So this is even more of a breaking trade compared to that JJ Peterka deal. It was announced 25 minutes ago, which might as well be a decade ago if we're going by how much news and conversations there have been on this draft day. But the New York Rangers have just gotten their Artemi Panarin replacement. A trade between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Rangers sees forward Pavel Dorofeyev going to New York in exchange for the 26th overall pick in this year's draft, the 92nd overall pick in this year's draft, and a conditional first-round pick in 2028 that is top 10 protected. That protection is probably going to be pretty useful when you think about the New York Rangers. They weren't a great team this previous year, and now they're going all in on a name like Pavel Dorofeyev, a guy who was an RFA, who needed a deal, who was seen as potential offer sheet fodder for other NHL teams. But offer sheet no more. The Dorofeyev contract has been signed. An extension with the New York Rangers, 7 years, $11 million AAV. Oh my goodness. Here's the thing with that. I get it. Pavel Dorofeyev is 25 years old. He scored 64 points in 82 games this most recent season, 37 goals on the mix as well. Pavel Dorofeyev is a guy that you could say maybe wasn't really guaranteed to be getting top minutes on the Vegas Golden Knights going forward. I mean, you just look at the amount of talent that Vegas has throughout their lineup with the Marners, the Hurdles, the Carlsons, the Eichels, the Stones, the Barbashevs, and of course the Dorofeyevs. Pavel Dorofeyev is going to go over to a new team in New York where we will see him take over. He will be the all situations guy. They see a top line player out of Dorofeyev. He's only 25. He'll be 26 by the time the season starts next season. And for the next 7 years, he is going to be an $11 million athlete. That's quite the payday for the multi-time 30-goal scorer. Pretty big number and a pretty big deal. I guess the Rangers finally found a way to pay for a goal-scoring machine without selling a corner of Manhattan. So, yeah, pretty big deal. I'd say that this conditional first-round pick, the top 10 protection, it's a lot more appropriate here than what we had seen in the JJ Peterka to Boston deal, because the top 10 protection on that 2028 pick was Florida's draft pick, and that doesn't really seem like it would need to be protected because Florida is going to be really good. The New York Rangers, if this Dorofeyev experiment doesn't work out, they could be near the bottom of the NHL the next little while too. Who really knows? Anything's possible when JT Miller is your captain, honestly speaking. And considering the fact that the New York Rangers were able to take themselves the 5th overall pick in this year's draft, they took themselves Albert Smits, so I'm not sure if Smits is going to make an immediate impact. He honestly could make the jump sooner rather than later, but the point is, the New York Rangers may not actually be that great of a team, so top 10 protection exists there for a reason. That's the 26th overall pick, 92nd overall pick, and another first in 2028 for Dorofeyev, along with a $77 million extension. That is huge. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this Pavel Dorofeyev trade. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.